Does anybody remember, years ago now, a Kenmore Elite? Not this one, but another one. I did a full and complete teardown, and I can post a link to that in the description. And it was very complex, but basically I tore it down. It was in terrible shape, put it back together again. It's pretty good, except for the electronics. You know, the lights that indicate the amount of dirt you have in your carpet. Those seem to be kind of weak, and they don't seem to be, the logic is not quite right on it. Anyway, a number of years ago as well, I picked up this dude, and I think it says $8.99 on the ticket right there, the thrift store. And this one seems to have electronics that work a lot better, but it's been sitting because it's been waiting for a part. But let me show you what this runs like right now. This thing hasn't been turned on in years. Sounds kind of weird. Got airflow, I'll give it that. Ugh. I'm not sure what that squeaking is. That's kind of squeaky. Anyway, if we look real close, I'll bring you in closer in a minute. The lower tube here has, well, a giant opening in it. Very giant opening in it. So, geez, probably 6 months ago, I picked up this. And hopefully I got the right part. Although I kind of wonder what all that other squeaking in there is. Maybe I can figure that out, maybe not. So let's dig into it and see how difficult it is to actually replace that lower hose. Yep. That's a nice split. Jeez. This is supposed to be like a $350 machine when it came out. And the hose split. It's fairly thick material, but man, yeah. So let's see if we can't fix that. Okay, what we have to do here is we have two little tabs, and well, the plastic, I don't know, seems a little on the brittle side. So there, pop one out, and then pop another one out. Yeah. So, hidden screw. Yippee. Now let's get that one out. I just want to use as little force as possible to try to be as gentle as possible. This machine does have some value. Oh, okay. Is that going to come up? They're going to separate. Okay. Yep, we got some snaps. Go all the way around. All right. Yay! I don't think we snapped anything off that we didn't want to snap anything off. Alright, so now we got to get to that. And looky how it's hidden. Isn't this great? So yeah, it's down there, and it's got wires that attach to it. You know, I think I'll vacuum some of the dog hair off that thing. Now what I'm going to do is remove this other somewhat partially hidden screw so I can take the brush bar assembly out, and then I need to pop this height adjustment out. I got to put a little more effort into popping this thing out. Yeah. Okay. So let me make it easier for you to see here. So we've got these little catches down here. Let's see if I can push them the right way. There we go. And then that'll pop out. Yay. Now, let's see if we're closer to our goal. All right. Let's see, can this come out without going all over the place? Isn't that entertaining? Look at all that. Look at that big giant mess. It has to come up and out in order to change a hose. So to remove this piece, I will twist and then pull. That'll make things a little bit easier. So we have a sensor. It's got one screw. All right, I'll remove that. The screw's probably going to go flying, so watch out for that. And then there's one on the bottom. All right, now can I pull this tube free? Oh, maybe. Can I get that through there? Will it go through? Do I need to take more pieces off? I hope not. Oh, goody. I think it's going to make it. All right. Yay! We got it through. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. And is that the total? Is that the totality of the damage? Yeah, that's it. But boy, what a split! Oh, and it's starting. There you go. There's minor split, big split. Yee, what a mess! Now we're going to find out if I manage to get exactly the right part. So I just want to show you, here is the part number that I got. And there's a little bit of a story behind it, and that happens to be, at the time I ordered it, back in July of 25, this was the last one available I could find anywhere. People say, where do you get your parts from? I do a Google search, I do an eBay search, and then I also go to partswarehouse.com. And then I see a exploded parts diagram, and I try to make sure that I got the correct part. Now, I already noticed that there are some differences, some's minor. Like, for example, this one doesn't have the rubber cleanout port, but I can just transfer this just by, doing that. And now it does. Oh, yay! I should clean that. And the other thing is, I notice where the screws go in, right? That's a little bit different than this. So I don't know if I need to transfer that little, I think it's a little plastic piece. I think I can transfer that stuff over too. Yeah, and it's on both sides, so that shouldn't be that difficult. So let me clean some stuff up here, and I'll get back with you. To get these little plastic dudes out, there's one on either side. See, I already got one out. They're very tiny. They do not appear to be glued in. So right there is a tiny little hole right there. And yeah, right there. And what you have to do is you have to push and then make sure it doesn't go flying. So I had one fly a little bit, and then the other one didn't. There is not a hole in this right here. That's solid, right? That's completely solid. There is no hole, right? So I should be able to squeeze these in here, right? And I suppose I could use like a little rubber cement or something like that to keep them in there. I wouldn't do anything heavy duty because the sensor has a screw that's right here, and the sensor will essentially hold this little plastic piece in. But I managed to get both of them out safely and find them. One kind of took off and went yahoo, the other one not so much. So there's something else I need to do in order to prep the new hose. We are cleaned up, and I used a toothpick to go and put a little rubber cement in there, and now I want to see how hard it is to push these little guys back in and fully seat them. Oh, geez, they went right in. Okay, great. There you are, fully seated. Yoo-hoo. Right, one to go. So let me know if you've had to replace a tube like this. Jeez. You know, you do it on a simpler machine and it's just a few minutes. It's not like semi-major surgery. All right, so yeah, I think we're in good shape. Now I want to wipe that off down there. I don't need rubber cement, you know, kind of squeezing out. Here comes the fun part, trying to thread this dude through again. Get everything to line up without making things worse. Hello. Come on. Are you stuck somewhere? There we go. Need a little encouragement, I guess. Oops. Lost my flap. Got to put my flap back on. That slides in there a certain way. Alright. Getting there. Alright. I think we're good to put the sensors back on. Alright, we got one sensor here. It's going to fit in like that. Alright, one sensor on. Alright, that's good. Now the other one here from the bottom. So you gotta get the wires adjusted. Hello. Alright. Okay, we're almost fully seated. There's a little lip here. And okay, that's in. And now I'm just going to go and pull some of the hair out of the brush roll because, you know, why not? I'm already here. And then give me a minute to go and make all the wiring look pretty. Everything's got to go back from whence it came. Yeah. This little overload reset switch right here. Yeah, it doesn't respond very well. It's a little on the gooey side. So I'm going to go and just take that out and clean that up. So it's kind of mushy. And I think I'll clean this too while I'm at it. Maybe a little Armor All, a little dish soap. You get the idea. Oh, you know what? And I think I will take the sticker off. It's been on there for years. The final leg. Let's see. Everything has to get seated properly. I think that's all right. Well, let's get the little rubber bumper on. Cleaned up a little bit. Not too shabby. All right, that seems to be pretty good. Let's see. Height adjustment. Click. All right. Seems to be height adjusting. All right, that seems to be good. And let's not forget another hidden interior screw. Those are always convenient to remember, especially after you always put everything back together, then have to take it all apart again to go and put that one little hidden screw in there. Okay, I think everything is set. Right. There. That's been cleaned up. It responds a little bit better now. Clean the little foamy doodad in there that kind of acts like a spring. All right. Now let's see. Can we get this aligned right so it just easily slides back down? Oh, look at that. No more $8.99 sticker. Okay. Time to get some screws in there, and we are almost done. I don't have any screws left over, so I must have done something right. Let's see. Here's the flapper. Yep, that's good. Okay, we're great. Now, it would be nice to have some wheels on here. See if I can snap both of these on. Let's see. Let's push really hard. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, great. Yay! So, take this, push it in. Now, let's see. In on both sides. And a little twist. And I think we're done. That's in there solid. Rum, rum. Try a little bit of this. See what a couple of drops do. Hey, how about that? Now let me get the other side. Turn this around so you can see it. I don't know, maybe you like rum rum. I can also use something like this too. So these guys, yeah, they're not too bad. I'll use a little bit of this. Woo! Gonna have to wipe off the excess, that's for sure. Don't want to get it on the carpet. Makes everything shiny, huh? There we go. Much better. Oh yeah. Nice and smooth. All right, let's give it a whirl. So let's see if we manage to improve anything. Because it still sounded a little funny to me. I don't know, that screechiness from the motor doesn't sound completely healthy. Let me compare it to its twin. What does this one sound like? I don't think I've actually run this one in quite some time. Yeah, this one sounds a lot better. I'm going to guess that the motor in here might need a little help. Yeah, that's a bit quieter, don't you think? But something in here is still screechy. Well, it is what it is. At least I have a new hole-free lower hose. So maybe there'll be a subsequent video of that, taking the, I don't know what they call it, inducer motor apart. So wonder how many years that'll take to get to. But until then, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.